Here is the tail to tape for ESL Cup number 87. Something we haven't seen before, but something I'm very excited to see today. It will be Mr. iNSUPERABLE, who's been on a tear recently, playing very well against the legendary Mr. ToD. Human vs. Undead starting map will be Last Refuge. This is a best of 5. Very excited for this one. Here we go. Give it a sec, give it a sec, give it a sec. There we go. Here's ToD in the bottom left of Last Refuge. In the upper right, here's iNSUP. Didn't get a look at what the build was. I think this is TED Fiends, though. Does seem to be TED Fiends. iNSUP. We've seen him have a lot of success, as every Undead has. Creeping this and getting illusions, of course, is going to be the ideal beginning for iNSUP. For ToD, he's going to be looking to either creep this Green Camp, get Claws of Attack, or creep this and get Robe of the Magi. For some Mercenaries, Archmage, of course, is going to be standard throughout the entire series, and it will be actually a Lich. So it was a Crypt Altar opener that I missed. Lich for iNSUP. Now, this could either be a Lich expansion, but more likely it's going to be Lich aggression immediately. Cool build, but it's a best of 5, so a lot of leniency in the early game, or the early, I should say, games themselves, to play different stuff, to try things out. ToD going for his patented aggressive farms. Yeah, Peanut Butter Pancake says in the chat that, you know, ToD usually wins in ladder, and iNSUP doesn't like this matchup. So yeah, it is worth mentioning. This is, I think, in iNSUP's words, his weakest matchup currently. That will be something going in the favor of ToD, although I think ToD would say the same about Human vs. Undead, so I think it's fair to say neither player wants to be playing this right now. But we're happy to be watching. ToD goes for the green. Don't start with a ring, don't start with a ring, don't start with a ring. Gloves of Haste, okay, perfectly in the middle. Not too good for ToD, not too good for iNSUP. All is balanced in the world. And Ghoul should indicate to ToD that it's either a Cryptlord or a Lich on the way over. Could also be a Death Knight with a fast expansion play, but now he'll see the Lich regardless. And Nova, immediate focus fire on the Archmage. Next Nova could be used on the Nightcrawler. And the Archmage is going to have to do a whole lot of runner around this game. Maybe so much so that ToD will have to tech instead of expanding. Alright, next Nova could be used again, but the Militia going for a surround is in taste of your own medicine, apparently. Water Elemental will go towards iNSUP. Nova Footman will go down, and ToD comes in perfectly on time. As soon as the Lich runs out of Novas, he says, okay, now I can bring my Archmage back in. That's very nicely done. This Ghoul will be killed, and Peasant will be denied by a Water Elemental. This guy's out of control with his denies, man. Someone's got to stop this man. Ghoul block again. This is going to be what the game looks like for iNSUP. He's going to be focusing on the Archmage. Almost a Nova available, but not quite. And ToD seems to still be wanting to go for the expansion. Okay. Nova to get that last hit. Lich is getting quite low, though, as well. Boots of Speed purchase. Ghoul will probably die to these creeps. Both Ghouls getting ensnared. I think only one should die.
The player's forces are under
And
attack.
what iNSUP has managed to do here is at least delay the expansion a ton, if not stop it. Because his... Wait, what the hell? iNSUP's still tier 1. Okay. I expected to go to his base and be like, and he's about to hit tier 2 here. Maybe not about, but he should be like 50%. This is unorthodox, to say the least. But they're both still tier 1. Hard to say, but I mean, Todd's probably in a better spot now, though, because iNSUP doesn't have a tech lead. Todd's just going to be in the lead. He's going to get level 3 Archmage here. His expansion will eventually get up, and iNSUP's going to have nothing to fall back on. Did he forget his tech? Okay, now he's teching, so I don't think he forgot about it. I think this was on purpose, but really not getting a ton done by producing so many extra ghouls. Nova on the Ogre Magi. Nicely done again from iNSUP, getting close to level 3, and also denying the level 3 of ToD now. But ToD might be able to get a ghoul kill to get that level 3. Archmage could actually just chase this Lich. Surprised to see ToD not doing that. Cool, that's level 3. The expansion coming up. Okay, so the tech will still be at advantage for iNSUP, but not as much as I thought it may be. Which will get level 3. Needs to be aggressive. iNSUP's gonna have to go back and heal up the shop for sure. Ooh, is one ghoul going down? Yeah, ToD's in a great position right now. Could even keep creeping. That's the second ghoul going down. ToD will go around for the counter attack. iNSUP about to hit tier 2. That means Death Knight. That means, you know, potions if he really needs them available. Still got the ward to see the expansion. SimCity to see the... Or maybe the tech timing if he put that second ward down, but I don't know where he put the second ward. Must have used the first one earlier. ToD will steal the items away. Actually steals away the Gloves of Haste. The Nova will be greeting the Archmage. Nova on the Footman. Or was that on the Archmage? I missed it. Ghoul might go down, but denied. Water Elemental gets surrounded. And tier 3 immediately Death Knight on the way out.
Forces are under attack.
So we're transitioning to a relatively standard game, at least in terms of the timings of everything. But ToD is still in a good position. Look at this SimCity coming together right now. So continues to creep. And ToD continues to make sure his Archmage isn't too low. Greater heal as well from the shop. ToD can't really do much right now. He's waiting for his second hero. He can creep level 4 Archmage, but in doing that he steals away camps potentially from his Mountain King or his Panda second. But still not too bad at all to get some more items. iNSUP comes in, but really I don't see iNSUP being able to do a whole lot here. Might be able to steal away this Overseer. A couple Footmen are going to go down. One Ghoul will be traded. Again, Nova. Oh my god, iNSUP. Okay, he's finding some kills here. Level 2 on the Death Knight. iNSUP about to find... He doesn't clean up these Footmen, surprisingly. A lot of ghouls about to die, but the coil finds its mark this time around. And INSUP comes in, but I don't think he's going to get much done. Okay, maybe a couple of peasants, and I did say he's not going to get much done once before he managed to find some kills, so this time around ToD will have the proper base build to defend. But the tier 3 is kicking in. Backpack on the way. Statues also will soon be destroyer for him, I would have to guess. And maybe a Pit Lord third might not be the best plan. Dark Ranger third probably better in this situation as ToD goes tier 3. Second barracks, Mountain King out, Workshop on the way. Again, more footmen being fed. But the Mountain King means there is risk of fiends actually dying, if not just ghouls. But they're being traded for some mana instead. All the footmen have now gone down except for this one, which probably soon will meet its end. Oh, and this one. Oh, that's a militia. Scouting for a counter expansion. 39 versus 33, but ToD has 1,000 gold, and he is going for double workshop. Double workshop, double barracks, tier 3. 80% done. And Pit Lord third, Rain of Fire. Okay, so INSUP is going to go for some pressure with this Pit Lord. ToD reacts by building actually a second Arcane perfectly on time. Very nice Arcane positioning as well. This Pit Lord only going to get one Rain of Fire most likely. Oh, maybe. Can he sneak it? This farm as well. If this farm wasn't here, ToD could sit here. Or INSUP could sit here maybe and avoid some of the towers. But the farm, very well positioned. Arcane Tower getting repaired, but will go down eventually. But the Pit Lord already out of mana. Tier 3 is done. Knights will soon be on the way, as well as the Orb of Fire and Staff and Paladin, and all those good things that INSUP loves. Death Knight. ToD needs a little bit more time, and he's trying to buy that time right now. Oh, INSUP. Probably won't let this go. Coil! Oh my god. And he town portals to the expansion. Hopefully not back behind. Hopefully he can run away. Yeah, staffs out the Mountain King and runs away. INSUP definitely could have killed that Archmage had he just ran over here. Maybe he assumed the Archmage would TP back here, but even then I think he could have reached with the coil. Okay, now the Knights are coming out. And flying machines are being prepared. INSUP not going for any Banshee tech just yet, but I'd expect to see that if he fails to break this expansion. INSUP still finding a lot of kills. But once there's, 4 or 5 Knights, there's about to be 4, or at least 3, it's going to be difficult for INSUP. He doesn't have Frost Armor either right now. Expansion has been broken for now. Paladin is available. Ankh of Reincarnation from the lab. ToD feels he can't actually defend. Maybe he calls Militia. I think he's going to do that. And then does he town portal in, perhaps? And then he can use the Militia here to actually just start mining at the expansion again. Then maybe buy a Shredder a little bit later. Difficult fight for INSUP once the Knights get on top of everything. But the positioning of ToD, actually, he could have maybe town portaled here, but that would have exposed his Archmage. A couple of Fiends are going to die. One also gonna fall. A 5 Lich, my god. The Nova's quite big. Staff could save that Knight, and it does. A lot of mana left over for INSUP still, though. Paladin does die into the nuke, but can INSUP hold the door here? He's still got coils. Nova's still finding value, and he's still got plenty of mana. Oh my god. Is INSUP actually holding behind the gold mine? ToD seems to be running out of units. He's reinforcing with flying machines, but all of his Knights are about to die, especially to the next Nova. INSUP might be making the Lich first work. The Archmage goes down. That's going to be game 1 for INSUP. Wow. Alright, it works. It works. I thought that ToD had bought the necessary time. I thought he was going to have the army, but the heroes are just too strong for INSUP. He played around the high-level Lich. He played around getting the level 3 Death Knight early. And that's all it took here was just the heroes. Really were too strong.
A town is under siege.
Yeah, even if ToD can maybe equalize the armies, he's never going to be able to equalize the heroes. And just look how many Novas there are. Holy hell. And that'll be 1-0 for INSUP going into game number 2. Well played, well played. Felt like ToD was so close to being able to hold on there, but maybe just losing the towers was the first big error. For INSUP. Yeah, it was hard to TP there because you do want to TP ideally on top of the undead to get your knights in position right away. But if you do that, your Archmage is going to be stuck. So there's no real way to town portal perfectly there once INSUP is back behind the gold mine. The only way was maybe the town portal earlier before INSUP got back there and try to fight outside the expansion. Oh. Didn't see what map number 2 was. It will be Autumn Leaves. And we'll see if INSUP's able to get match point, or will ToD be able to equalize. Definitely between these two, we could see a 5-map series. Most definitely, but we'll see what happens, particularly with the build orders from INSUP side of things. Here we go in Autumn Leaves. So up at the bottom left, again, Crypt Altar. This could mean Death Knight, Lich, or Crypt Lord, though. All three are viable with a Ghoul Opener. And for ToD, probably going to be very similar. The big question for ToD is, does he go for this expansion? Or does he go for this expansion? That is the big question mark on the human side of things. You know, ToD's never played Pally Rifles before, comes to mind. I've never seen him play it. Not that I think it'd be the right choice of strategy here, but I just randomly thought of that. For INSUP, what is the build order? Crypt Lord, Lich, or... I mean, even Dreadlord could be a thing. He goes for the Lich again! I'm not too convinced. I do think he played it very well last game, but I think there was definitely holes in the game that could have cost him it at the end of the day if he didn't hit such a nice timing and have such good hero levels and win all the exchanges over the creep camps. Remember, he got the Golem at the mercenary camp. He got the Null Overseer at the orange camp. He got the shop. There was so many times when he got the slight edge in those fights and was able to get way more experience than he may have otherwise gotten. So I think there was opportunity for INSUP to lose that game. So I'm not entirely convinced about the Lich, but if he could do it twice, I definitely would be.
A player's forces are under attack.
Footman going to scout. Acolyte doesn't really need to. He knows what ToD's going to do. And ToD going to get Circlet. That's actually quite nice against the Lich. You want more health. Is INSUP actually... Ooh, INSUP's actually expanding here. So he's playing the Lich, yes, but he's playing it differently. Sells the TP, brings the Acolyte back, gets a Sacrificial Skull, but ToD sees everything. He knows what's up.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here comes the Ziggurat, soon to be a Nerubian. Footman still sees everything. Work for Magi. Gonna not give level 2, but it will be close. Todd's gonna be so lucky as to get his level 2. Is he just going for an expansion himself? Maybe just 2 base here. Cloak of Shadows actually gonna be quite nice. Footman again, very well positioned to scout. Archmage ideally doesn't want to be eating these Novas, wants them on the Footman, and yes, you'll lose some Footman, but at least your Archmage will be able to still put in the damage, which is something ToD was not able to do last game, even denies the Footman there. And both players are going to be on 2 base if nothing goes horribly wrong for either. And ToD keeping his peasants safe. He was maybe a little bit worried of like this sort of a maneuver from INSUP.
A player's forces
Coming
are
back
under
around for the
attack.
peasants, but the Footman now sees that is not a possibility. Some peasants might go down. That's a nice Nova. And in fact, there's one more Nova also available. So ToD pulls away almost all the peasants. One goes down. Again denied. ToD just denies everything. Again denied. ToD is unbelievable with the denies. Jesus, and the militia putting a lot of damage on the Lich. One ghoul falls. Really nice defense from ToD. That could have been a position where he lost a whole lot, but the militia timing was impeccable, and the denies were even better. The Lich has been 1 kill away from level 2 since they've started fighting. And the Archmage is getting closer to level 3. ToD, again, in a very good position here, I have to say. I'm wondering if he called Militia and crept this, if he would get level 3. I'm not sure. But he certainly would off 3 ghouls, though. I guess he's about to get one more, maybe? Not quite. Nice micro from INSUP. Expansion up. Not fully saturated. ToD's is, though. 2 ghouls getting out on 1 hit. And INSUP will be able to probably heal those up with this Ritual Dagger. INSUP still wants level 2. Any kill will do it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is INSUP fully saturated yet? No, now he's building Acolytes. He was waiting for the Necropolis, of course, and we'll keep an eye on the tech. INSUP will probably tech once he has the gold. He's got plenty of lumber thanks to the ghoul opener. Denies that ghoul. Oh my god, the micro. And the Nova is available. Gets the Nova lasted on the Berserker. Item goes to ToD, which is the Claws of Attack, but the experience at least goes to the Lich for INSUP. One Footman dies. The second one could micro out again. And Shop comes up. Tech comes up. And ToD with a slight tech advantage, but Undead on 2 base is typically stronger than Human on 2 base. We'll see if that becomes a reality or if ToD's going to go for a big push towards the expansion early on. Second Crypt comes up for INSUP as well as a Graveyard, probably just for Fiends. Yeah, ToD's could have probably already been level 3 had he sent Militia to creep this, but he wouldn't have been able to tech so quickly had he done that. Is a Nova for the Trapper. The question is, does INSUP want to use the last of his mana on it? Oh, should be on time. Oh my god, he got it by Novaing the Footman. Yeah, really nicely done there from INSUP. The details. This Footman does go down. Ghoul denied. INSUP is getting as many denies as ToD, but maybe a little bit too fancy as he takes a ton of damage on the Lich. The micro from these 2 players has been on point. At least the fancy stuff has been very on point. Again, another deny. These 2, man. These 2. Ridiculous. But these denies have been important because both players would probably be level 3 had there been none of these denies. This ghoul might not be so lucky. Ritual Dagger again. God damn, INSUP. It is too fancy though. This is a classic example, in my opinion, of being too fancy. But still, I mean, he's denied the level 3. Can't say he hasn't done that. He definitely has denied the level 3 Archmage at this point, so maybe it'll be worth it. Because level 3 Archmage would be a huge deal right now, so yeah, it might have been worth it. Maybe it's not too fancy. Oh, Archmage. Nice from ToD to be careful of this Nerubian. If he runs by, he's going to lose another Footman. Or even worse, his Town Portal. A lot of Footmen saved to the back. Probably a ton of Ghouls were as well, which are now being healed up. And Tier 2 goes straight to Tier 3. Arcane Sanctum. And 2 Barracks Rifles. Oh, okay. ToD going for Rifle Caster. I guess he's playing this sort of like a human versus Night Elf. He's gonna try to get to 70 supplies super early and maybe push, but if he was doing that, he wouldn't go Tier 3, but wants a Paladin, still wants Orb, wants Staff. Nova gets that last hit for Insa. Possible. Delta Giant Strength, Stormbolt, the no Town Portal for Insup, because he sold it earlier. Just gotta be careful. One Fiend could be bolted, but the next Nova is on the way in about 5 mana. And Insup pumping Fiends, Slaughterhouse up. No Temple yet, though. Mountain King is going to gobble up some solo experience. If he can get the shop and get the top left, that would be level 3. This Death Knight not going to have such a smooth time getting level 3, but Insup still has the same amount of camps on his side. And the difference is now he's got the Ankh as well, so both players getting 1 item from the middle. Insup getting more experience, though, from the middle all in all.
A player's forces are under attack.
And another clause from the shop. Quite nice for ToD. His Archmage is going to be Cannon. And Griffin Aviaries coming up for ToD. Griffin Aviaries. Interesting. I suppose rifles may force A-bombs, which the obvious counter to A-bombs would be Griffins. That might be the logic. And you almost certainly won't go Banshees against Rifle Caster. And actually, ToD is absolutely right. God, that's really good. He got a Crystal Ball, though. He's not going to be so happy about that. That is kind of sick. I'm surprised he didn't do a better job of maybe hiding these, but it would have been difficult to. I mean, he could have put them in the back of his base, though. But, yeah, if Insup, let's say Insup gets 4 Abominations, that's going to be too many once the Griffins come out. An anonymous gifter gifted a sub to Pux1G. Thank you, Anonymous, whoever you may be. Red Camp going to ToD. Insup probably going to get his own, but not before getting the consumable. Push him with vulnerability. This other consumable probably wise for ToD to try to create that if he can. Endurance Aura. ToD with good items. Insup, pretty good as well. Pretty good. Insup looking for Khadgars, of course. Dark Ranger 3rd, by the way. Crystal Ball, finding value. And ToD probably seeing the Abominations and licking his lips. Level 3, level 4.
A player's forces are under attack.
Khadgars for Insup. Oh my god. So both players getting the best aura they could get. But I think it's better for Insup overall. This fight, probably also better for Insup overall, but ToD shows his Griffins, actually. He shows them quite early, but he does have 2 of them. Holy light. Coils used. There's lots of coils left. Oh, Destroyer kind of out of position. The Griffins, there's no web. It's about to be done in 3, 2, 1. The Dark Ranger goes down. Only a level... Oh, it is a level 2 Dark Ranger, actually. But the web is now in play, and the Griffins will soon be falling. Nice Nova there to secure that kill. 63 versus 75 for ToD currently. Oh. The Ankh might be forced here in a second. Griffin finds the kill on the statue. And is there another Stormbolt? No, the Mountain King, of course, was staffed out earlier. Remembering that now. And how many creeps are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green camps and 1 orange camp left. That being this one. Pendant of Energy available here. Claws plus 9 would also be nice. And ToD goes back to heal up. Is he still going Griffins? It seems like he is. Is INSUP going Banshees? He's not. Maybe not going Banshees would be a mistake.
Forces are under attack.
He's getting Frenzy and sending Frenzy Ghouls to try to counter what might be a couple of towers coming up here for ToD. Crystal Ball scouting this. The ghouls are just sort of waiting. And Talisman of Evasion from this expansion. The map is soon to be crept out. Oh my god, this run by. He might lose all these ghouls, but is there a chance for him to actually cancel the Town Hall before they all go down? No, the Griffins are going to kill all 4 most likely. Jesus, the Stormhammers. Worth it maybe for ToD to chase these. Yeah, he is. He's going to clean up all of them. He does finish his food. Oh, not quite 3 of 4, but still a big investment for INSUP. And he also went Frenzy to help with those sort of run-by attacks and getting no value out of them. And ToD still with a 12 supply advantage. Going to get items to save his heroes. Also has double staff right now. And the few camps left. Is it enough to get Paladin level 3? These 2 greens. Maybe. Just maybe. It's going to be very close, this camp, off getting him level 3. INSUP comes across. Is INSUP going Banshees yet? He's seen a lot of Griffins. Okay, now he's going for Banshees. He's not going to really have them very soon, though. ToD will get level 3, just barely. That's a big deal. Destroyer's being morphed. INSUP going for a fight. ToD gonna probably TP back. A ghoul is found before it can reach this expansion. This one will maybe get some kills, though. We'll keep an eye on that. Ooh, the Griffins. Forgotten about. That's 3 Griffins. Actually, were they left purposely? Because they found the ghoul. That's ridiculous. 1 Griffin webbed out of position. Oh no, these Griffins! In the back, they're all gonna get webbed! Every single one of them! They're all dead! Oh no, ToD! That's 4 Griffins going down. Lich hits level 5. Okay, 3 Griffins went down. Destroyer lives. Fiend gets bolted. Still 70 versus 75. And Paladin needs to be careful. Paladin has Aura, not Divine Shield. So he has to be staffed out. Now the Mountain King is the next target to focus fire. The Mountain King actually out of mana as well. There's no Town Portal for ToD. So he's kind of got to commit to this fight or he's going to lose a whole lot more soon enough. Man, those Griffin losses, such a big deal. ToD does have an expansion up here now. A Coil Nova. Boost heal over top. How soon is the Paladin back? Maybe not soon enough. Banshee's now in the mix. ToD gonna run away. What's he going into? He's building more Griffins. So it's not as though he wanted to lose those Griffins. He does want Griffins. He's building more. Getting more rifles as well behind this. More priests. Paladin is back. 66 versus 64. There's still even supply. But the Banshees are going to kick in soon. Oh, Stormbolt. Maybe gonna force the Onk. He will. Now that Death Knight's gotta be very, very careful in the future. Oh, statue out of position. Gonna be morphed, and the web is gonna come in. Paladin yet again nuked. Would love to get a Holy Light off before being staffed out. But he's silenced. Oh, the staff was on cooldown, actually. Now the Archmage is the next target. Is there a Nova? There is a Nova! And Archmage will go down as well. But is INSUP losing everything here? Despite killing 2 heroes. Mountain King has one more bolt. And he's gonna run away, he's gonna play it safe. So much about to die. 3 Fiends, a Destral, all very, very low. Clarity Potion, Mountain King's gotta be the carry. 71 against 62. Hero levels for INSUP are ridiculous right now, but let's not forget, ToD the whole time mining on 2 bases. Yes, he lost a hero, but he could definitely Tavern Revive at least one of those. As Paladin comes back. Yeah, Archmage could be Tavern Rebot, no problem. But the hero focus is always going to be a possibility. No sooner will ToD get back his first hero that he'll lose his, maybe his second or his third. Stormbolt, though. Oh my god, the focus. Potion of Vulnerability used. Potion of Healing used. Level 5. Oh, the Lich might be the next target. Dead City. The Mountain King might just be too strong now. He can chase the Death Knight, but GG will be called. It's going to be 1-0. I didn't see it going that way, that's for sure. We got a, or not 1-0, it's going to be 1-1, I should say. I didn't see that game going ToD's way at all. My god. So we got ourselves a series. No match point for either player. Just a tied series. Jesus, ToD really turned that one around. A couple of mistakes, but we got through it. We got through it. Who cares? Lose your first and third hero? Mountain King will solve. No problem. Okay. Map number 3 will be... It was Last Refuge, Autumn Leaves. I think Tidehunters will be map 3. Probably Tidehunters. Here's game number 3. A little bit of a wacky game, too. Both games have been a little bit weird, to say the least. But INSUP's 1-1 with the Lich now. So does he switch out of it? We'll find out. Here's game 3, Tidehunters. ToD in the upper left. INSUP in the bottom right. Again, Altar Crypt. Okay. Again with the Altar Crypt. Is this just INSUP's thing? Is he like his Lich? Yeah, that third base definitely saving it for ToD in the end. No worries, Marco. Good to see you, man. Good night, JJG Sotu. Hey, and Crackle Fat with the Prime for 2 months. Thank you, Crackle Fat. Alright, here we go. Archmage coming out of the altar, and for INSUP, it will be Lich again. This is just his thing, man. This is just his thing. He likes his Lich first. And he was definitely in a position to win the first game. Or the second game, rather. And he was definitely in a position to lose the first game. So I'm still not convinced. I don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? Because he could have won last game as well. He could be up 2-0 with Lich. He absolutely could be, so... We'll know for sure after this game. Okay, we'll know for sure after this game. Long as your hair? Pretty long. It's pretty long. I might get it cut this week, though. Gotta go to a wedding on the weekend. Maybe I'll get it cut. That'd be weird for you guys. The worst part about getting a haircut is everyone being like, you got a haircut. You know what I mean? So I don't want anyone to say, you got a haircut if I get a haircut, okay? I want no one to say that. Do me that favor. Do me that favor. Footman pulling the lab. ToD looking to get a head start on the creeping. A little bit of fumbly-bumbly, but he's going to get in there now. We'll see what item he manages to get. Lich comes across the map, is scouted by ToD. Maybe ToD could creep the column and get out of here? I think that would be wise, because if he tries to creep the whole camp, he's going to lose a lot. Oh, does iNSUP not know? iNSUP has no idea. Everybody be very quiet. Be very quiet. iNSUP has no idea. iNSUP has no clue! ToD, don't show him! Just hide! He wants to mine on these peasants, but okay, now iNSUP sees. iNSUP had no idea. We're hiding under the covers right now. The Lich is Michael Myers, but he will eventually find... God, I forget the actress's name. Would have been a banger reference if I remembered it. Nova on these peasants might find its mark. That was really weird. That was really weird. Definitely just a mistake from iNSUP to not just, you know, briefly send a unit up there to check the high ground. Should be part of the flow chart, is what I was going to say. A little bit of experience, though. Water Elemental and a Footman is the experience that iNSUP has gotten, but ToD gets Lionhorn and level 2.2.
A player's forces are under attack.
No more Novas for last hits, but definitely could still kill some. Footman here could definitely raw dog the last hit. Will not, though. A Ghoul also dies. Nova could come in on the peasants as well. Archmage ran far away to get Boots of Speed. Ends up pressuring a whole lot. Wants to make his next Nova a good one. Man, 4 experience off. Anything. Skeleton does it. A lot of ghouls still lurking around. ToD seems to really want to commit to the expansion. iNSUP, he went for double crypt? Alright. iNSUP's all in. Jamie Lee Curtis. Thank you, chat. Sigourney Weaver's from Alien, isn't that right? Fun fact about me, it's my favorite horror movie. Favorite horror movie, that first one. So good. So good. iNSUP healing up. ToD's still probably not aware that he's being dual crypt ghoul rushed, because he is not a Night Elf player. Looking to buy some items. There's 2 auras here. All expensive items. Oh no. Ooh, split push. Scouted. ToD's Footman scouting has been beautiful. So he's going to be ready for the ghouls to run to the main base. iNSUP going to go to the expansion and the main at the same time. Two ghouls fall. In the main base, we'll try to keep an eye on how that's going, but a lot of peasants dying. Level 2 in the Lich. These ghouls not doing anything in the main base. Not a single kill over there.
Players' forces are under attack.
And Boots of Speed will mean eventually a Town Portal is going to be forced. Ooh, unless some sick plays happen here. Town Portal out. Is iNSUP tacking? He's still not... Okay, he's tacking. Okay, he started tacking. It is almost Halloween, isn't it? We're getting to October. It's the time of the season. Is that even a Halloween song? I don't think so. It's a banger, though, that's for sure. Lich trying to get level 3. It's kind of what iNSUP needs to bring this game back. But ToD is just in a fantastic position right now if he can keep his Archmage alive. Oh, the ghouls are in a corner. Heal Scroll used as daytime hits. Potion of Vulnerability also available. iNSUP doesn't need it, but he might want to steal it from ToD. Oh, Archmage is getting close to that HP threshold where he's got to be worried. Almost level 4 on the Archmage. A lot of footmen falling. But at least the Nova didn't go on the Archmage. That's what I said on Autumn Leaves, I think. Deny. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of denies this game. I want to see some more denies, guys. Come on. And the tech is underway. What do you tech into if you're iNSUP, though?
A player's forces are under attack.
Level 3 Lich. Oh. ToD does get that. Also gets the wards. Tier 2 will soon be reached, but ToD is actually even in tech. Just he has an expansion. Not only that, he also has experience lead. He also doesn't have 2 crypts that are going to force iNSUP to have a weird army composition. Yeah, he's just going to sell one of them. Yeah, that is the zombies, isn't it? Yeah, that's such a good song. Yes, some footmen are falling, but don't think ToD is losing this one.
A player's forces are under attack.
Straight to tier 3. Again, he could go Griffins if he wanted. For iNSUP tier 3. Okay, trying to pivot into a standard game is iNSUP, but let's look at the tier 3 techs. That's not standard. Generally, you'll have a pit lord in their expo right now. Around this time. Maybe on the way to their expo, let's say, by now. ToD continues to creep. Cause of attack, maybe. Loads of haste. Lich. Finding some more footmen, maybe. Could actually find quite a few footmen here if we wanted. But a second to go for the creeps. And Mountain King on the way across the map. That's going to spell doom for some ghouls, or maybe a fiend. Maybe even a hero with the lacking of the town portal on the side of iNSUP. Ooh, actually, maybe the Lich. iNSUP aware of what's going on, trying to counter surround. Actually, ToD could have locked that in, I think, but I don't think it matters. And GG will be called. ToD now from the 1-0 disadvantage to the 2-1 lead series point. iNSUP with a weird strat. Now, I don't think that goes into convincing me whether Lich is good or not. I don't think, because that was a weird cheese, right? So I'm still, it's 4 games I'll be convinced. 4 games. Right? 4 games. We'll see. Will he do it a 4th time in a row? Now it can only possibly take 4 games for me to judge whether or not I like this style. It can only possibly take that. It can't take 5 games. There's no way. And Concealed Hill will be maybe the final map. We will soon find out. Here we go, everybody. ToD in the upper right, bottom left, INSUP. Again, Alter Crypt. This guy doesn't care. How do you say lich in French? Is there even a word for it? Let's see, is lich actually a thing? Define lich. Nope, it's just a fantasy thing. Okay, so French to English. English to French is what I should have typed. Let's see, lich. Lychee is what it translates to. It's just lich with an E. Isn't that a vegetable or a fruit? Lychee. Oh, that's with a Y. No, it is with an I. Weird. Weird champ. Okay. I digress. Here we go into the game. We do have the Lich again for INSUP. In the upper right, we do have the Archmage for ToD. Ooh, ToD. Where are you going to put your farm? You going to put it right here? Or maybe right here? Ooh, maybe right here. Ooh, maybe right here. No, we'll be right here. The third option. And I wonder if ToD is sort of working out how to counter this Lich at this point now. I think Pally Rifles might actually just be pretty good if you want to just blindly counter it. Maybe I'm wrong. Mountain King would be really good against it as well, no? Because he's a tanky boy.
Players' forces are
and ToD again. Maybe this is the adjustment he's making. He's just saying, I'm just going to power creep level 3, which happens to be very good against ghouls. And he's going to get a nice consumable, possibly like a greater heal from this lab is pretty much a GG. Because you know how much the Archmage has been a liability, the Archmage health for ToD. So if he gets a greater heal, it's going to completely negate anything. But one of Manston can also be nice. It can deny maybe the third Nova, something like that. Okay. There will be no ships passing in the night this time. Will ToD just town portal? No, probably not. And luckily for ToD, at least, he's going for his Archmage. And there's health fountains on this map.
A player's forces are under attack.
A lot of peasants getting cornered now. A lot of skeletons being exchanged for this, but the peasants have still not returned home. And not only does this hurt ToD because he's losing a lot of peasants, but he's not mining with them right now back at home. Hard to tell. 1, 2, 3, 4 peasants have gone down. Archmage quite low. We'll have to eventually get back to the fountain. And INSUP hasn't lost any ghouls, just skeletons. So 4 peasants is the cost of this harass. And Boots of Speed purchased. INSUP trying to block. Doesn't have a Nova though, if he did. Militia and Footman split creeping while the Archmage able to fully heal up. And this totally negates the choice of INSUP to Nova not once but twice the Archmage. Instead of just killing all these peasants back here, he went for the Archmage, and now look at it. The health deficit slipping away. Is ToD, yeah, ToD again going to commit to the expansion. And INSUP again not just teching. He's building a third Ziggurat. Why does INSUP not just do this and then tech behind it? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Maybe I am. I must be. I must be. Archmage level 3. I'm not missing that, that's for sure. Water Elemental gets surrounded. INSUP is honestly looking a little bit desperate in this game, I gotta be honest. ToD, of course, his expansion is gonna be difficult to take, but he's just playing, ToD's playing very patient, whereas INSUP seems to be trying to force the issue. Again, trying to force the issue, actually lands the surround though, Jesus, okay. Well, maybe that's not forcing it. Militia being called. And ToD going to try to creep the expansion. Attack, okay, is coming up. So INSUP's going to have quite a big tech lead.
Are under attack.
And still going to have a lot of ghouls as well to pressure the expansion. So maybe at the end of the day, this will prove to be the right choice of build for the Canadian. No Nova to steal the Null Overseer. Maybe with a little bit more time, maybe with gaining level 2, he could have it, but it's going to be difficult for him to get level 2 in time. And ToD does secure the last hit. ToD's almost level 4. He's almost level 4. And Crystal Ball there. ToD doesn't even care to get it. Shop coming up as well. Shop needs to come up. 10 health off. Peasant being pulled to try to get it, but INSUP again going to deny the shop level 2 now. That means Dark Ritual, that means another Nova is available. And level 4, dude. Level 4 against almost level 1. That would have been pretty funny to see, but INSUP is equalizing some of the experience. That's a surround! And Town Portal out. And yeah, ToD, I have to say, in a fantastic position here. Such a big XP lead. The ghouls pressured, the Lich is very low, and the Fountain's out of service once daytime hits. And the Lich quite low, the ghouls low still. Crystal Ball does find its way to the Archmage's arms. And the healing is being cancelled by ToD. ToD, who's creeping just to level 5. Oh my god. I wonder if he creeps this as well as the shop, how close to 5 he'll be. It's up again, trying to press the issue. But the expansion is up, the tower is soon to follow, and probably a tech pretty soon too, but INSUP does have tier 2. Dark Ranger second. I was going to say this is maybe a game to go like a Naga second, but okay, Dark Ranger. This is very, don't want to say all-in-y, because if you do get a Naga third, you can really just focus hero in the late game, but how do you deny that footman? How is that even a thing you're thinking about when you're scrambling to get all your footmen out of there? Somehow ToD lands it, though. There we go. And Arcane Tower gets up. This might, I just don't see INSUP really doing anything here. He might kill some footmen, but Militia can always be called. The Archmage and the footmen are healing up. There's even a Shredder for ToD, and I don't think there's a shred of hope for INSUP. Still tier 2 Slaughterhouse on its way. And ToD just has to be patient at this stage. INSUP gonna be hoping for an Archmage kill. If he can get an Archmage kill, oh, what do you know? It's just Footman, and I have a Dark Ranger. That's gonna be what he's looking for. It's gonna be quite difficult to find. We see ToD trying to bait what may be a Nova with the illusions, but fails to do so. Yeah, the Water Elementals alone are just so good against this army. Dark Ranger and Lich both almost out of mana. ToD kiting away. There's a lot of ghouls and summons here. But this is about as strong as INSUP's going to be for quite a while right now. And pause will come in. See how fast INSUP on pause there when ToD said go? The reflexes on this kid. Some ghouls going down, some footmen also going down. Is tech underway? Yeah, it is. And tower's up in the main. Ends up now going tier 3. Statues on the way. But he had to get something done with this Dark Ranger, and I'm afraid he kind of hasn't. Soon to be a 3-level disadvantage as the crystal ball reveals the retreating undead army. And ToD is probably thinking, yep. Probably got this in the bag. Is it blacksmith? Or is he going to go... He could go rifles again. Oh, he does have blacksmith already. But getting attack upgrades. So it might be a tier 3 tech into knights. Instead of the rifles of autumn leaves. Nova secures that crab. Yeah, it does. ToD has heal scroll and potion of invulnerability that's going to counter any Nova, but the Nova's not that impactful because it's only level 1 still. And ToD looking like he's going to have eliminated 2 of NA's best today, both INSUP and Cruncher. INSUP about to hit tier 3, and then maybe Naga 3rd? Is he going to go Naga 3rd? Or Fire Lord 3rd? I think Naga 3rd. Seeing Crab do the strategy. Mage doing so much to these statues. And we do have a Death Knight 3rd. So not quite reverse hero levels. Nova pushing vulnerability. Force. Footmen come in to try to kill the statue. This is all just time bought. But Town Portal is going to be forced. Without killing a ghoul, not without killing the statue as well. Death Knight, I suppose, is going to pick up the orb once he comes out. Crystal Ball, again being used. Stuff going for the red camp. Can he get this camp? Can he get level 3? If he can get Lich level 3 right now, get the orb, get Destroyer for him, and go for one final push towards the expansion, maybe that could be the timing for INSUP. Maybe that could be it. Mountain King is out. Workshops soon to be up, both of them. And tier 3, 50% done. Did Death Knight grab the orb? Ooh, he didn't. Ooh. Dark Ranger gets level 2. Khadgars for INSUP. That's definitely what he needed. Archmage gonna get level 5, I think, here. He wants to solo creep the Mountain King. I think that is wise. I think INSUP's getting to that point, though. He wants to creep a couple of camps. He's gonna go back and get the orb. I really do think he's only got one more fight in him. There's the orb. Here's the one mana stealing. Illusions again from the shop, by the way. Scouting. Not forcing a nuke this time. Maybe if it was the Archmage, it could have forced a nuke, actually. They wanted to use it on the hero with boots. Death Knight, don't think he'll get level 2 off this. Okay, he just barely gets it. Oh, Tome. INSUP Man of the People. Oh, and ToD getting very close to level 3 off this camp. Gets called +9 as well. And we said he's got one more push in him, and this might just be it. Can INSUP break the expansion? Oh my god, there's 5 towers right here. It'll be difficult, guys. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to break this. They have 2 masonry as well. Yeah, and GG will be called 3-1 for Mr. ToD. Congratulations, winning, I think, his first ESL Cup, actually. Congrats to ToD, well-deserved. Defeated INSUP, defeated Cruncher, defeated Razorman, and also Mr. Winner to make it here. And worth noting, INSUP defeated Soen right before this as well. So a well-deserved victory for ToD. A nice try to INSUP, who is now 2-0 in series against Soen, which is very impressive, of course. But that is that for the day. Let me update the score, actually. Where were we there? We were Concealed Hill, and ToD gets the 3-1.